boxing was at a point where it was going to be outlawed. It was pretty much two men stood in front of each other and beat the living snot out of each other, and it was illegal. Then they introduced fighters like Joe Gans, George Dixon, Jack Johnson, and it changed. Jack Johnson fought on the Chitlin circuit, 10 black men in the ring blindfolded. So if you're blindfolded, how do you fight? Like, what's, you have to kind of like feel out your opponent to land these shots. So what came in with him was all of this moving hands and rolling hands. If you look at Jack Johnson, old fights, he did a lot of hand feints. He believed in a heavy defense, and this that started the evolution of 52 of heavy defense. Then you have Archie Moore, who used what he called the armadillo. You had Ken Norton, who used a system off of that. Philly Shellers were known to catch punches that look very familiar to what? Skull and Bones off the Philly Shell. See, your Skull and Bones off the Philly Shell is a little bit more natural because the elbow is already in a good position to use it. Over here, where I got to kind of fold it in, if I'm a Philly Sheller, I can use that move in a second. So 52 blocks branched off from here, became its own thing. The swagger of 52, the rhythmic motion, was meant to throw you off as they hit off beat. So a lot of it even merged in with breakdancing, where breakdancing was at its height. You see a lot of the breakdancers were using actual 52 block moves. So this was the origin of it growing from this first time black men were allowed to compete in fighting, and growing from there, from our skill of defense, and becoming its own thing. Like I said, once again, it was the art of necessity.